You know, the last couple weeks have been pretty cool, just talking to you guys and trying to switch it up just a little bit and talk about same kind of stuff, just with a little bit more interaction and a little bit more fun for you guys, so it's a little bit more appealing as we go through finding purpose in your pain. If you don't know me, my name's Nick. I guess you'd say that I'm finding the purpose in my pain. Today I'm down here in downtown Oklahoma City, just walking around. Man, there's so much stuff going on here, so much development, so much renewal. This week, we're gonna talk all about pain. Pain can be a tricky thing. I know for me personally, it can be something that just grips me. Just the other day, a couple days ago, I was doing something to help out. We had a get together at our house, and I was helping my wife out with it, and I just overdid it, and that pain took me out for a whole day. It's been a long time since I felt that much pain in my life. Now, right after I guess it was my 4th surgery, I felt pain like I'd never felt before. I've had nerve pain issues before with my legs and stuff, but when I woke up from that surgery, I woke up to, and I alluded to this last time, but I want to give you guys a little bit more depth into what was going on. I woke up to the absolute worst pain in my life. That's physical pain, but what do you do when it's like the pain of like losing somebody? We had to put our lab down this last year, like a couple months ago, and I cried at such a deep place. And I mean, if you're gonna make fun of me for crying, man, forget you. You just stop watching, you know. But I cried at such a level of deep hurt because there was pain in that. It's such a weird thing that you can go from like this soul depth of crying, the pain of hurt, and it just, I mean, like, I can't even fathom or really explain the depth of pain that was. I mean, it hurt so bad. And I mean, even thinking about it now, I can get emotional again. But I mean, like, I know that it was for the best because he was in so much pain. But how do you deal with pain? Maybe it's something we can figure out together, and maybe this episode we don't necessarily get to the end and have like it all wrapped up with a bow on it and everything feels good. Maybe it's just the fact that we just acknowledge that there is pain. And I think for some of you, let's just be honest, that you've got some pain in your life and you have hid it, you've smashed it down, you've acted like it's not there, you've suppressed it and repressed so bad that I would say that your life could look dramatically different if you would just tell somebody, talk to somebody about it, begin the healing process. Because I think in this idea of finding your purpose in your pain, you've got to acknowledge that there's pain there and that there's a hurt, and that you've got to start looking at, how do I heal from this, because I have no clue. There's different ways, there's different pains, there's the mental, there's the physical, there's the pain from your past, there's just so many facets of pain, and everybody deals with it differently. You know, the pain gets so much that we do things to mask the pain, and it might be, hey, it starts with ibuprofen, moves on to something else, and then all of a sudden, you know, there could be a full-blown addiction in your life. Pain does manifest its way out. I am interested to know how you guys deal with pain. I'm interested to understand how you process through it. Because I don't want this just to be a Nick talking thing, because I want it to be a place where we can be encouraged, but also at the same time, we can realize, like, look, there are things that you guys know that I don't know yet, and I'm not going to act like I know everything. Each person deals with things differently, but the thing is, if we don't share it, if we don't collaborate, man, we are all just, we're individuals out there living. And I truly believe that, man, the answers may lie within us, and if we can share, if we can talk about what's going on and how we've dealt with these things in our lives, we can actually grow, you know? there's some crazy sounds out here. It's like been raining. Sounds like coyotes and bullfrogs and stuff. It's crazy. We've been talking about pain. I do want to bring some closure to it and some place where we move forward, because we have to acknowledge that there is pain in our lives. We can't suppress. We got to stop smashing that stuff down and just not dealing with it, because that'll manifest itself out in so many other ways. And I think it's difficult to find purpose when you have all this junk in the way. You just never feel like yourself. You walk around like a zombie. I've done that in my life. And the thing is, until we begin to bring those things to the surface and acknowledge that they are there and that there are issues, it's a little difficult to really to get there. Hold on a second. Okay, got a little sprinkles, or I spit, one or the other on the lens. But I think that until we acknowledge that we truly have pain in our lives, we're walking around with stuff in the way for us to be able to find our purpose. So if you think about it, we're really unable to live out the full true potential that we may have in our lives if we're not acknowledging the hurt or the things that have gone on or that are currently going on. I want to encourage you guys to not just watch this video today. Like, if there's something going on, talk to somebody, bring someone into the situation. If you need to get counseling for it, bring somebody, like from that side, bring somebody into the situation, man. I promise it'll help you to move forward. That's the next thing, is moving forward. We've got to move from point A to point B. That is a huge thing for me. We cannot continue to sit in this place and just be in a rut. We need the healing to begin to be able to start identifying what that purpose is out there in the future. You might already know it, kind of have an idea of what that purpose is in your life, and you're getting excited about it and you're starting to run at it. But I will say this, it's easy to fall back into the ruts that we've once fallen into. Yeah, we learn from them, but we've got to be cautious about those little things that are there. So if we know in the past we've fallen into a rut in different areas, we've got to at least acknowledge that we're vulnerable there, and then to make sure, that's why when you bring people into the situation, you bring people into your community, you can actually be stronger. When you bring people together around you, there's accountability. It just makes life a little bit better and a little bit easier. So I know that I'm not putting a pretty bow on this week. I want to ask you guys to share what's going on in your life. What's the pain that you're dealing with currently? And then how are you dealing with it right now? Are you dealing with it? Maybe a step like you say, I'm going to contact somebody. I'm going to go to counseling this week. I'm going to do something to make my situation better. For me, it might be, this week I'm going to try to be smart about the things that I do. It might be the fact that I walk around my neighborhood twice this week and just slowly get back into it. But I'm going to get out of the rut that I'm currently in, and I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put that down in the comments. I'm going to let you guys know that, not just on the video, but that's something that I'm going to do. I'm not going to stay at point A. I'm going to move to point B. I've got to move forward, but I've got to do it in a healthy way. And so what is it for you guys? I want to ask you to share that down in the comment section. I know it's scary sometimes to share. I mean, trust me, I'm doing this little video thing, and it's awkward to stand in front of my house right now and talk to you guys. It's awkward to put my story out there for everybody. I understand it. I'm not great at this. I just understand this is not easy, but I want to challenge you guys. There is freedom in allowing other people inside your life and to know what's going on. It is very freeing. Don't be afraid of it today. Find some freedom in it. Share with others. Let others encourage you too. Even if you're at lunch or on a break, I would hope that you guys would encourage a couple people before you leave here today that are going through pain, just to let them know that, man, they've got someone maybe praying for them, thinking about them. Let them know that, man, there is hope. They can find hope and they can get through this. And together as a community, as a group, as friends, we will find purpose in our pain. I love you guys. I'll see you next week.